Hey guys, three things to talk about this afternoon. First one is check out this day. So, beginning of November in Japan, and the weather usually is pretty good. The rainy season's over. It's not hot anymore. It's not cold yet. Today was about 19 or 20 in central Japan, and tonight will be about 12 or something like that during the night. So it's just good weather. It's really good. A little bit windy for pilots. Pilots tend to notice the wind. A little bit windy for pilots, but generally beautiful. The result of the wind is, of course, that the sky's nice and clear. Good sea breeze here, and it keeps the sky clear, so it's just beautiful. So please enjoy that for the next few minutes of this video. That was first thing. Second was we have to give away the box of candy from Freedom Japanese Market. Actually, it's not fair to call it a box of candy. It's a box of Japanese snacks. So it's not just candy, it's all sorts of tasty morsels. So some candy and some other tasty morsels, snacks. So the box of snacks from Freedom Japanese Market. We used 2-year-old as always. On Facebook, those of you who missed it, it's amazing. It does seem that there are a lot of people who miss a good percentage of our videos. We know that by the questions that they ask. So quite often when we do this giveaway, people come along and say, oh, well, how did I miss that? What happened there? It happens on our Facebook, English Friendly Japan Facebook page. On the English Friendly Japan Facebook page, we post a video, picture of the snack box. People leave comments, and then we scroll up and down the comments, and then the 2-year-old says stop, and whoever it stops on gets it. That totally random way of doing it actually resulted in one person getting it twice, but that's just the way randomness works, isn't it? So before I forget, the person who got this one is Deborah, Deb, you know who you are, you got it. So we've already given your name and address to the guys at Freedom Japanese Market. They said that your particular part of the USA usually takes about 4 weeks for some reason. They didn't say why, they just said please let her know. When we gave them your name and address, they said please let her know that it usually takes about 4 weeks to get to there. But the good news is that was yesterday. So it's already been posted to you, it's on its way. So please enjoy those snacks. So again, it does seem there's always someone when we release these videos and there's that first 30 minutes or hour or 12 hours or 24 hours, seemingly randomly, that the comments still work on YouTube for the first. Sometimes it's only 5 minutes and they go off. Sometimes it's an hour or 2 or 12 or 24. And there's always people saying, oh, the comments are working again. And we've repeatedly said, no, they're not. How many times, those of you who watch every video, this is why we repeat a lot of these things, say again and again. And I always feel a little bit sorry for the people who watch every video, because you're hearing the same stuff again and again and again. But that's just what happens when you have an audience of a few different people, is that it doesn't matter how many times we say these things, people will often, say, oh, comments are working again, and someone else will say, no, they're not, and then suddenly they all disappear again. So yeah, it's amazing how many people miss the videos where we've repeatedly said the same thing. So yeah, look, the comments are off, are sometimes on for a little while, and then the system, some people think it's a conspiracy thing, and they think there's a vindictive person in at YouTube who switches them off. We don't think so. We know that the people in YouTube choose not to help us. We know that. And we know the people in YouTube in Tokyo choose not to help us. And we've never had a good relationship with them for the last 10 years because we say things they don't like us saying, apparently. We've been told that directly. And the reason, we weren't getting partner managers, we weren't getting help, is because we've been saying things that we shouldn't say. And again, we were told not to publicly criticise YouTube. So this isn't a criticism of YouTube, this is just What we said was, we won't criticise YouTube publicly, but we will keep our viewers informed as to what's happening with YouTube. And that's all those comments are, is keeping you informed. So we don't think it's a conspiracy. We don't think there's somebody vindictive person in there checking our videos every day and turning off the comments. We don't really think that's what's happening. We think it's just the system's doing it. There's no conspiracy, we don't think. We just think that, you know, they could fix it if they wanted to, and it would be one overall fix. There'll be a setting in there that they can, through the back somewhere, where they go to our channel and re-enable comments, and our comments would be re-enabled and the problem would be solved. And no doubt, we know that they can do that because they've done that for other people who don't publicly criticise YouTube, apparently. And we've had people tell us, yeah, I had the problem too with my channel, and I asked my partner manager, and he had the comments turned back on, and I haven't had a problem since. We know a few people who've been in that situation, so they can do it, but they've just chosen not to do it for us. So, you know, that's fine. It's there. They own YouTube. Google owns YouTube. They can run it however they want. So we'll get around it. The way we get around it, we just keep posting our videos, and we post every video that we post. We also put on Patreon and on Facebook and on Twitter, so that people who want to comment and communicate with each other can still do that. So that's all we can do, really, isn't it? And keep making the content. And again, it's the people on Patreon that have allowed us to do that. We've lost a few recently. A couple said that they gave up on us because they couldn't comment on YouTube anymore, and they stopped supporting us on Patreon. A couple of other people have stepped up. Thank you very much. One person stepped up this week that was very kind, very generous. We need more. We're still way below our goal of what we sort of need to keep the channel rolling. So yeah, anybody who hasn't stepped up on Patreon yet, please consider it. There's a link under every one of our videos in the comment section. There's a link to Patreon. Wasn't going to mention Patreon in this video. That was sort of a flow of events there. That was the third. What was the third thing? The amazing weather. The giveaway. Oh, the other one was. Had a video recently. We made a video recently about the interesting names, about the cool names. My name is Sword from Shark Island. Remember? So that set off a few people to talk about all sorts of stuff and to ask questions and to give other examples of good names. A couple of people had a couple of things that other words that are used in names here that were very, very good and very true, very interesting. But also what it set off was a whole bunch of people sending messages saying, look, you've set me off, you motivated me again to learn Japanese. What do you recommend? And we always say, well, best way to learn Japanese is from a native Japanese speaker, obviously. But as far as an internet resource, we've been recommending Japanese Pod 101 for years, many, many years. And we've been recommending it for so long that there are people we recommended it to that went and got it and learnt Japanese and have come back since and said, yeah, that was good. And whenever we mention it like this, there's always someone who says, yep, I did it, it was good. So we know there's a bunch of you guys who've already used it, who are happy with it, never heard a bad thing about it. So if you're interested in learning Japanese, you want to learn Japanese, there'll be a link underneath this video to Japanese Pod 101. Just click on that link and check it out. Just have a look. It costs you nothing to have a look at their website. And they do actually give you some things to try for free. There's some stuff you can try for free. So feel free to do that. If you want to actually do the whole hog on it and really learn Japanese, you need to spend a little bit of money with them. But they do have stuff there free. You can try it first to see if you like it. So there'll be a link under this video. We've got them on the English friendly directory too, under language learning Japanese or something like that. Language learning, something like that is the category. So that's about it. But did you check out the day? It's really nice, isn't it? Very pleasant. A little bit cool in the morning at the moment, but the afternoons like this, very, very nice. Be out and about in the sun. out of the wind. Very, very pleasant. So anyway, there it was, just a quick one. Hope somebody got some benefit out of that. Deborah did. There we go. We always say with every video, if one person gets some benefit from it, that it was worth making. That's our thinking. That, you know, as long as someone says, oh, that was interesting, thank you, that makes it all worthwhile, you know. So we know one person got some benefit out of it. Deborah's sitting there going, bring on the snacks. All right, more videos coming soon.